Hello! How you doing? Let's go! We have another lesson today because we are about to start a new week talking about a different topic and you are my guest, okay? So in this week, we are going to talk about adventures and journeys, okay? So basically you were going to prepare yourself to talk about adventures, trips, and interesting things that you have done, and to listen to people talking about the same thing, okay? Great. So let's go jump, because today is mind map day. Já tá no seu modo aula aí? So let's go. Okay, so let me just to show you something here, because I want to start talking to you about this question here. Look at this question. What kind of, okay? So we have like, almost like of here. What kind of. And this is basic, que tipo de. Ok? Mas que essa letra hoje tá horror. Que tipo de alguma coisa. Que tipo de alguma coisa? Grava essa expressão, porque ela vai te ajudar demais a se comunicar. Você pode utilizar essa expressão em diversas situações diferentes. Então, what kind of car do you have? What kind of celebrations do you like? What kind of trips do you prefer? What kind of... Então, que tipo disso, que tipo... What kind of color do you like? What kind of food do you like? Utilizando mesmo what kind of. And we have adventures. Adventures. Do you enjoy? So basically, do you like? It's almost the same, okay? And we have different ways to answer this question. Let's take a look for the first one. I am playing. In this case, it's not I am. If I want to say I am, I say I am. In this case, it's I'm. So the meaning is the same, okay? That's no differentiations in meaning, but the pronunciation is not the same. I am, I'm. Look at this, I'm, okay? So I'm planning to travel around the world on a bike. Riding a bike, okay? So we use ride a bike, ride a horse. Tá, sou péssima com... Não dá pra fazer onomatopeia com vocês. Okay, ride, okay? This is the verb that I'm going to use, okay? So, eu escolhi não colocar, mas eu poderia colocar aqui, ride. So, if I'm talking about bike, horses, I say ride a bike, ride a horse, okay? You can also answer saying that I'm not an, so I have an and here, so and I'm not an adventure, I'm not an adventure, I'm not an adventure, I'm not an adventure person, I'm not an adventure person. Então, eu não sou uma pessoa que gosta de aventuras, okay? I'm not an adventure person. So, I'm not an adventure person, okay? So, I don't like adventures. So, I'm the kind of person who likes to be at home, relaxing in a very calm situation. I don't like adventures. So you can answer the person like this. You also can say to the person, let me put it there, I am addicted for adventures. Addiction é vício. Então, I'm addicted for adventures sounds like eu sou viciado em aventuras. Okay? So you can say I'm addicted for adventures. You also can say I love climbing. Okay, very good. In this situation here, we have a silent B. Okay? So you not say climb, you say climb. Forget about B here. So I love climbing mountains. I love I love climbing mountains. Okay? In these montanhas, we have like a glottal T. Então fica um T preso na garganta. Mountains. Mountain. Mountain. Mountains. Okay? Oh, it's very strange. It's not like usual to say this in Portuguese, I know. But in English, remember, we are learning another language. So, of course, we're going to use a different ways to say things, especially when it comes to pronunciation, okay? Another one is I used to be very adventurous when I was younger. So, I used to be very adventurous when I was younger. Então, tipo assim, o I used to, você já sabe que é costumava. Então, eu costumava ser bem aventureiro. Adventurous when I was younger. Quando eu era mais jovem. Okay? So, questions like that. What kind of adventures do you enjoy? You can answer with one of these situations. Okay? If a question is going to be, what's the most dangerous adventure have you ever experienced? It means, as you can see, they are using here present perfect tense, right? The present perfect. And we know that present perfect we use to talk about experiences. When I don't want to say the person when something happened. I mean, the time is not important. The experience is important. So, what's the most dangerous adventure, nesse caso, né? Tá no singular. What's the most adventurous, pulei o dangerous. What's the most dangerous adventure have you ever experienced? So, let's see, how can you say that in English? You can say, for example, remember, this is a bunch of examples that I put there to help you to improve your speaking. It doesn't mean necessarily that you have to use all of them, okay? You can choose one or another one, and also you cannot, it's not mandatory using all of this. You cannot decide to use any of them and to decide to talk in a different direction, a different way. That's okay. That's okay either. Okay? So, once I went to the jungle, like in the middle of a very dense forest. Okay? Once I went to the jungle with many indigenous people. I wouldn't say that was dangerous. Eu não diria que foi perigoso. I wouldn't say that was dangerous, but was very weird. Weird de estranho, mas foi bem estranho. It definitely took me from my comfort zone. Me tirou da minha zona de conforto. It definitely took me from my comfort zone. This is one way, okay? Another situation is climb. Again, we don't have to say be in that situation. It's a silent be. Climbing Mountain Everest was the craziest thing I've ever done. Present perfect, que eu já fiz, okay? And the craziest, as you can see, is the superlative, okay? See, we have grammar in vocabulary. Inside vocabulary, we normally have grammar, okay? Great. Another way to answer the same question. The question is, what's the most dangerous adventure have you ever experienced? The person said, I'd like to live in the jungle for 6 months. As you can see, the person didn't exactly answer the question, right? The question is, what have you done that you think that is the craziest thing. The person didn't exactly answer the question. He just said something that he liked to do in the future. So I'd like to live in the jungle for 6 months. Okay? Great. And just to finish this lesson, let me show you opinions. Yes, we can talk about our opinions in that situation. Let's take a look at the first one. They say, personally, when I put that expression, personally, I am talking about something that, my point of view. I mean, I can usually put that in my point of view, I think, I believe, okay? But I decided to put personally. I mean, it's so personal. That's my opinion. So they say, personally, I wouldn't say I like to expose my life to risk trips, okay? And I put an or here, okay? The sentence finish here. Personally, I wouldn't say I like to expose my life to risky trips. Pessoalmente, eu não diria que eu gosto de expor a minha vida a viagens perigosas, arriscadas. Okay? And we have another one here. They say, I disagree with people who like to put their lives at risk. I disagree. I mean, I don't agree. Okay? If you don't agree, you disagree. Okay, very good. I don't agree. I disagree with people who like to put their lives at risk. I don't. I'm a kind of person who likes to be quiet and calm and safe, so I don't like to put my life in risk, and I don't agree with people who normally do that. Okay? Great. They say, I think people are different. I think people are different. So, it means, então, I respect if anyone likes adventures, but it's not for me. It's not for me is another way to say that I don't like to do that. Oh, to risk my life? Come on, I would never do that. So, it's not for me. Oh, I like this dress, but it's not for me. Okay? So you can take that situation as an example. So guys, basically, you're going to have an opportunity to learn more words and expressions to talking about adventures, journeys, trips, and all of those things in the rest of the week. Okay? So pay attention. Put yourself in this situation to enjoy, to immerse yourself in English, because in this week, you are going to learn how can you talk about adventures and journeys. Okay? Very good. So fair enough. We're going to have another lesson soon. Of course, I'm going to put that PDF for you and allow you to download it. You know that you can do that. It's below here. Please, I highly recommend you do that. Download, print the PDF material and have a moment to take your personal notes. It's very important. I mean, you can see that I did mine when I put it at present perfect experience times. You also can do that on your material, and then you can write everything that you want to improve more and more. That is the goal here, is to improve more and to learn how to speak and to make a conversation in a very natural way. Okay? Great. So, see you next class. Have a good time and see you next class. Bye-bye.